Hi guys, Christine here, and I want to share with you today a super easy but really fun Christmas card. In fact, it is the Christmas card that got me the most thank yous and texts. I mean, friends were texting me, "Oh, I got your card today, I love it." And honestly, it was a last minute, I have no ideas, I have no time, what can I do? Well, here's what I did. And it was fun for me, and I think it could be fun for you too. So I had in my possession at that time this, which I had bought for $2 at a yard sale. And I knew, like, what am I really going to do with all these 4x6 glossy things? I don't print glossy, I usually print matte. So I saw that, and I said, okay, well, I can use that. And I have this idea. So this was the card I wound up making. So first the envelope, and you can see, can you see? Yes, the envelope where I embossed white snowflakes on a white envelope, and this was the card. So I don't know if you can read this, but it says Snowfall, Starlight, Hush, Shimmer. And to me, these are all colors of white. And then inside it says, may your season be painted with all the colors of joy. So this was one, but the fun part, well, fun for me anyway, was the idea that I customized them so that everybody got something that was more appropriate for them. Like this was my husband's, it has a smudge on it, it's been living around for a year. And his says Nebula, Great Egret, Elm Spamworm, that's a white moth, and Possibility. And on the inside of his it says, thank you for adding so much wonderful color to my life. So that was another one. And the fun part, if you've ever wanted to name paint colors, this is your chance. The fun part was coming up with all the different words I could for white. And so some of my contributions were intuition, firelight, wonder, flutter, starlight, wonder, whiskers, glee, starlight. So some of the moonlight, twinkle, all of these. And then a few people got I got very specific with. For example, I have a friend who does, she's a horse photographer, an equine photographer, and she had just last year photographed the Carmog white horses in Portugal or wherever they are. So France maybe. So I used that, and she loves birds, so Snowy Owl, and she's an island girl, so surf, and then starlight. So again, and my niece, a cat lover, whiskers, gentle purr, fluff, wonder. So this was fun, and then putting the cards together was so easy. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and if you have this material, it's even better. So the first thing I did is I created the inside of the card, and let me move these a little bit. And we all know what I'm going to do here. I had figured out that by taking one of these and dividing it into 4, that each one was going to be 3.5. And then I need a little bit of space between each one through the middle of the card. So I knew that I needed a card that was going to be 4, the width of this, by 6.25, because that allowed me enough room to, after I slice them apart, to spread them out. So the first thing I did was simply score this. And then, yes, I first fold it this way because that's the way the fold wants to go. And then I fold it in. Okay. So then I just take it over to the paper cutter. So let me do that. Okay. So now, ta-da, beautiful. So now I need to cut these. Now these, let me get one of my new ones. Got it here in my hand, right? Well, I'll use this one. So with these, I know I want to start cutting from the bottom because the bottom word was spaced for me where I wanted it from the bottom. And each of these need to be 1.5 inches. So going to the paper cutter, and I'm going to cut them. Okay, so now I've got my little cards here, and they of course can be in any order. And the first 2 get glued to the top, very top of the card. And I think, if I remember correctly, I just used glue stick last year. I don't remember using any fancy glue. So let me grab one. Here's one. All right. Let me get some scrap paper, which I don't have because it was recycling day yesterday. So basically, let's just just get some glue on the back of here. And then we're going to just stick it right on, aligning it with the top and sides of the card, or the fold actually, because you can always trim this edge if you need to, and I think I probably did because you all know how I am. So then we're going to take Firelight. Yep, I just got a little glue on there, and put Firelight on the bottom. And if I remember correctly, that's what I did. I did the bottom and the top, and then I could more easily space them out in between. So there you go. And now close this up because it's already messy. All right, we'll take Wish. Oop, don't put it in the glue. And you just kind of eyeball it to be in the middle somewhere. And then I'm going to take Whiskers and glue it higher up. And you could kind of reposition as necessary. Again, I would align with the fold because you could always trim this side. All right, so there essentially is the card. Then of course, I'm gonna let it dry. I also scored the fold. Burnished the fold. This is 110 pound cardstock. No, or maybe 65. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look. I'll report back. And then I just took the Ever Happy Chomper and chomped it to look like one of those larger size paint chips. Ta-da. That was it. And it was custom to the person. And again, super simple, incredibly easy. And I honestly thought, oh, they're going to think I'm so ridiculous for sending this card. But really, seriously, I kid you not. I've never had such a response as I got from this one. So then to do the envelopes, and you of course can do any envelopes you want. So this is a 6 1/4 by 4-inch card. So it'll fit in like an A6 envelope, no problem. So I'm going to show you now how I did my envelopes. All right. So the first thing we do is stamp. Now you can use any kind of ink you want, and you can, I'm going to use the Versamark especially for watermarking, or for embossing, but you can use regular ink, especially if it's white. I have in my collection holographic, clear, and snow. And for these, I think I used snow or clear. Let's see. That looks pretty shiny. It looks like I used a white, and it's neither of these. So I have another one somewhere that's white. So let me, clearly I used some holographic at some point that was open. So I'll use snow. It seems appropriate for snowflakes. All right, so now it's just a matter of stamping. So what will happen here is if you have this little ledge, it can make a line. So I often, not always, depends on what I'm doing, we'll stick a little piece of paper in there. All right, so now we just moisten up our things, and we're just gonna, there's one, and we're gonna make one go off the top and over the flap, maybe here, and then a little guy. And you have to kind of whiz it around to see where you're doing it, but there we go. Good. All right, so now let's take this out, and this may not even be necessary for your envelopes or what you're doing. All right, so now it's simply a matter of, I'll fold this, and we're going to add our, what did I say? I was going to use snow. And now we're going to add our embossing powder. That looks good. I think I got everything. Give it a good shake. And then let me close this. And then if you see any extra, like I can see a little here, I'm just going to brush it off. And now we just need to heat it up. Let me move that. I've got my little heat tool, which is not heated up yet. There you have it, kids. So now I have my card here and my envelope, and I usually do a reverse address. So this is my white Christmas, literally, Christmas card. And friends loved it. So if you're stuck for an idea, don't discount this. And take this idea and make it different, make it better. Again, I went all white because that was my theme, the white Christmas. But you could do something like this, and you could do other colors. That would take more ink. I didn't take much ink to make these either. So I hope this is something that you can use. It was fun for me to make. Again, just thinking of white color names or paint chip names was worth doing this project for. So that's it. Happy holidays. Go create. Be awesome. Hi friends, Christine's back because she forgot to tell you something again. And that is simply that I will be leaving or uploading this file to my Ko-fi page that you can download for free as my little holiday gift to you for being so awesome. So you could use this very card if you choose, or there's another one with different wording, and that will be included too. And I will include one page of words that you can use as kind of a guide, but you can otherwise change. And that's it. So with that, happy holidays. Go create. Be awesome.